Hello and welcome to the Neckbeard experience, Collegebeard Game Over. In this edition of Collegebeard, Andrew tries to dominate the D&D world, and he also goes head to head against Lady K and Festus in a game of Warhammer 40k. So get yourself comfortable, get ready to cringe, because here we go. Well, here's another story of Collegebeard. Today's story is about how he destroyed my game time, and you'll also discover why my hobbies have such a negative stigma. My name is Festus. I'll be your narrator. I'm 20 years old, I'm dating Lady K, and I'm loving life at this point. Lady K, she's the object of the beard's affection. She's around 19 years old, and we've been friends since I was 10. Andrew, or Collegebeard, aka Mr. Dorito. He's also 20 years old, and he's the all-around white knight. Wings, he's a manager of the hobby store, where they sell all things nerdy. He's got long hair and a ponytail, but he's actually a very clean guy. He's really nice. I like him. He drinks a lot of Red Bull, hence the name. Gandalf, he's an old guy in his 70s. He does a lot of models for Warhammer, and he plays D&D with us. He's pretty good, and he always plays a wizard in D&D, hence the name. So, this iteration of the saga of Andrew takes place in February-March at the first year at university. It takes place in a hobby store, where normies and neckbeards alike comes together and just be nerds for once. As you may have guessed, I am, in fact, a nerd. There was a 12-hour hobby event going on at the store, with Warhammer games all day, and a couple of great dungeon masters for advanced D&D. I play 2nd edition, but if others don't, then I'd be happy to convert to other editions. That way I can get my nerd dopamine hit. I had to drag Lady K to the store, and despite herself, she was excited to get deeper into the nerddom than ever before. There was 3 games: lower tier, level 1 to 10, mid tier, level 11 to 16, and upper tier, level 17 plus. I sat down at the mid tier games with my multi-class paladin cleric at level 16, and Lady K joined. She borrowed my level 14 ranger. Then I felt a disturbance in the force, or gravity that is. Andrew, the behemoth. He comes in, and to the anguish of the poor chairs, he plops his arse right down at the circular table. He sees us and he gets back up again. Then he sits down right next to Lady K.
Oh, hello, Lady K.
I stopped caring about his precious feelings at this point, so I swapped chairs with Lady K. You can switch with me.
Figures.
Just as the last seat was taken by a pretty woman by the name of Fairy Dust. She plays a fairy bard, hence the name. We established the rules, and then we kicked it off, with Wings adopting a quiet voice to get us in the mood. A fairly standard murder mystery dungeon crawl, which is actually really fun. Everybody starts playing for fun, after Gandalf only speaks in lines of Lord of the Rings movies and books. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given us. Home is behind us. The world is ahead. And we get into a bar fight, after Fairy Dust critically fails a persuasion roll. Hilarity ensues, as I beat 3 level 0 farmers to death with an assortment of soft fruits and potatoes. But one person isn't having fun. Yes, you guessed it. It was Andrew. He decides if he can't control the campaign, then nobody can have fun. And after the party refuses to go back and loot all the bodies, he throws a temper tantrum.
This is stupid, I need gold. Are you guys gonna give me some?
He then attacks some of the party members with a generic halfling rogue character, and then rages when the paladin and 2 other fighters pin him down, and they tickle him into submission. I'm not even joking. The DM treats the tickling as a weak rope bond. But Andrew, he rolls a critical fail to escape.
This is ridiculous.
This causes his character to lose D6 hit points as a result of mild asphyxiation, dragging him along the intended path while he constantly tried to ruin the campaign by not doing the intended thing, causing the DM to invent reasons why he couldn't kill the guy that they were investigating, or light the evidence on fire, or throw the key down the well. Despite him, we were all having fun. Lady K seemed really pleased because she found an infinite longbow +4, which do not require extra arrows, ever. Our group finished the scenario in style, finding the murderer attempting to create a necromantic spell so that he can raise his victims to fight for him. So we killed the murderer by putting lots of water on the floor and freezing the water. Then we pelted him with rocks, stones, and snow, pushing him off the cliff. We came out of that scenario grinning. Then we decided to play some Warhammer 40k. With my Blood Angels and Lady K's Imperial Guard forces, allowing to fight Andrew and Gandalf's combined Chaos Marines and Demon Force. Lady K and I have been playing 40k for about 4 years together, so we know each other's style well, and each other's army list inside out. Blood Angels are the Guard, and are pretty well suited for each other, and they complement each other well. If the list is designed correctly. Most of my army started off on the table in drop pods, and half of which could arrive in turn 1, and the others which could arrive in turn 2. We set up quickly around some city fortifications, and we chose places for a good line of sight, and better hiding spots for chaos. I ran a sanguinary host army, with many assault squads, sanguinary guards, and the Sanguinor. So I was a very fast force that could cover a lot of ground very quickly. Lady K had a lot of heavy armor, tanks, and artillery to support my advance and to keep them pinned. I could get into close combat and wreck them with 4 attacks per model in a normal assault squad, which was 10 models. Turn 1. Everything goes as I planned. I land in the right places, firing pistols, charging in, lock the range units in close combat, so they are pretty much useless. Lady K shreds loads of demons with her artillery, so that their close combat abilities are extremely diminished. They can't do all that much, as most of their models are locked in combat, or pinned in cover. Turn 2. Most of the rest of my army arrives. The Sanguinar fights Abaddon, and holds his own. The Sanguinary Guard wrecks everything they meet, but as they are very point expensive, each loss is a huge blow. Their range units are nearly all dead after round 4 of close combat, and Lady K rips everything up that's not already in combat to tiny little pieces. The troops charge into the Sanguinor Abaddon fight, but they do no damage. Turn 3. Everything is on the field by now. Everything is in close combat. All of my assault marines pour into the Abaddon Sanguinor combat and kill most of the units surrounding them. I score a lucky blow.
Yes.
And because of an unlucky roll by Andrew, means Abaddon dies. We win by the 3rd turn. Andrew is fuming. He sweeps the models off the table and he starts accusing me.
You're using loaded dice, you cheating Chad. Besides, old people are all trash and they shouldn't be allowed to play.
The wise only speak of what they know, Andrew, son of Neckbeard. A witless worm you have become. Therefore be silent and keep your forked tongue behind your teeth.
Meanwhile, I'm ignoring him, looking for all my overpriced plastic figures. Yes, I'm 21 at this point. I am getting angrier and angrier as a load of them are broken. I don't have that much money, so I just can't up and replace everything that he broke. And it'll take me hours to fix them all and repaint to hide the damage. Although Lady K, she's doing a magnificent job yelling at him.
What the heck were you thinking? You broke all our figures. You fat, stupid, ugly man baby!
And I get to my feet precisely at the right time to be knocked over by a morbidly obese man-child who pauses in his dramatic exit just to tell me this.
You need to control your bitch. Grow up and stop cheating at a fucking kid's game.
Ever so slightly rich, don't you think? Anyway, later that day, I get a call from Wings, giving me this statement.
Hey, could you not come back to the store? Andrew's mom, she complained about you and Lady K. I don't want to ban you from the store, but they threatened to sue me for destruction of property and enabling violent behavior, plus undue stress caused by the store. So, sorry, man.
I've never been back. Lady K never went back either. So Andrew shot himself in the foot with that one. You would have thought an immature, ugly man-child who smells like yeast and Mountain Dew could have missed some consequences when he thought through his actions. Lady K and I spent the rest of the day fixing my models and touching up the paint job so that I got the army back to its former glory. Sorry if the beardyism isn't as strong in this story, but I can only tell what happened. Next time, it should be a far more beardy story. Still to come, Andrew duels me for the privilege of Lady K's features. Thus comes to the incident, and legal action is taken. Next time, Duel, Blood, and Broken Bones.